All right, you read the title and thumbnail. No, this is not clickbait. Maybe a little bit. Yes, I did get into an accident in my Tesla. No, I did not total the vehicle. It was a minor fender bender. But in today's video, I want to go through everything that I went through. What exactly happened, what I had to deal with insurance and an accident, so thus I can help educate you what to expect should this ever happen to you. Everything from the accident to what I was doing to how it happened, to how the insurance handled it, what I had to do, to the body shop, to getting things fixed, and how long it took, and all of that. So sit back, buckle up, and let's get into this accident / fender bender and learn something. And if you haven't already, you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up and share it with somebody that might be going through something similar and might be able to benefit from a video like this. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with what exactly happened. It was June 18th, so it's been a little while since this happened, and I was driving in the car with my wife and both my kids in the back seat. We were on our way home in the evening from a dinner at our parents' house, and we were waiting at a stoplight. It was a left turn. I was right behind a Model Y, a red Model Y, coincidentally, and we were just waiting there. I did not have full self-driving engaged. I was actually driving. My wife doesn't like me running on full self-driving, so I was driving. I came to a stop and we were waiting to make this left. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one thing that I've noticed that I do is when I lift my foot off the accelerator, the car comes to a stop, which is called hold. My foot was just resting there, but it was slightly touching the accelerator. The weight of my foot was actually pressing down on the accelerator ever so slightly that I started to inch forward, literally less than maybe 3 miles per hour, maybe even less than 5 miles per hour for sure. And by the time I realized that the car is actually moving forward and it's not the cars next to me that are moving, I tried to lift my foot up and get it over to the brake quick enough, and in the confusion and in the nervousness, I couldn't get it and I bumped the car in front of me. It was a very light bump, but I bumped the car. Now, I'll save you all the hassle of what that interaction was like, but let's just say that that party was not happy with what I did. I wasn't distracted. I wasn't using my phone. It was just it was just in the moment, lost in the thoughts, and just, kids making noise in the back and so forth, and it happens. That's why it's called an accident. I got out of my car, I apologized to the other party. They didn't want to hear it. There was a lot of yelling and screaming and so forth. And so anyway, we eventually got pulled over, we exchanged our information. I'll show you a video of their car. It really looks like there was no damage at all. In fact, the only thing that I can see some scratches on, which I don't even know if it was caused by my car, was on the black plastic diffuser at the bottom, but there was no paint damage, no bumper damage, nothing. There's no damage to the paint. There's no marks, no scuffs, no scratches. You can see even in the reflection, everything lines up properly. Not a scratch. This right here is nothing. There's a little bit of this back down here, which is on the black plastic bumper. A lot of this is bugs and stuff. But I believe this line right here is what came from my car. In fact, my car sustained more damage than their car did. My front bumper cracked. My paint protection film protected, but there's only so much you can do. Because of the impact, the bumper was depressed in, which caused the bumper to crack. So I knew I needed to get it repaired. So kind of hard to see, but you can see right there this spider web. So the front bumper is cracked. There's a crack there. Now I can't feel any of it because it's underneath the wrap. But yeah, you can see all that spider webbing. That's because this did its job and took the impact, which squished this here and caused that right there. So it's not crazy, but they will need to assess whether you can see that slight ring where it bent in. But Yeah, kind of sucks. We're going to need a whole new bumper replacement. But anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. So of course, with this accident, there's a lot of data that needs to be captured and stored and so forth. And that brings me to today's sponsor, TesLab. It's a tool that I use consistently. I actually use it. I have it installed on my device. And TesLab is a tool that runs on your phone and it connects to your Tesla. It unlocks all this information, all that data, all that good stuff about efficiency, trips, storing those trips, being able to export trips and seeing how efficient they were, where they were more efficient, less efficient, incline, temperatures. You can also look at supercharger destinations and see how they rate, what amenities they have. You can connect with your friends on the community, and then you can even control your vehicle, start the air climate control, unlock doors and so forth. It's a very powerful tool, and I love that they're consistently upgrading this app. It's been great, and I've been consistently using them for well over a year now, and that's why I love that they're a sponsor of this channel and this video, because it's a brand that I trust and use. If you haven't checked out TesLab, I'll put a link down below. Check them out. I guarantee you're gonna love what they have, and you're gonna love this app. It's just so much more information than what Tesla gives you. Anyway, check them out. Now let's get back to the video. So as we go through this, I'm going to be sprinkling in tips for you. Tip number one is just be careful as you're driving. Be aware if you're feeling tired or sleepy, let someone else drive. And tip number two is if you have FSD, use it, because if I had used it in this situation, it would have helped me. Many of you may say, well, the car warns you if you're about to hit something, not when you're under 5 miles per hour. Those sensors are not going to let you know, and thus it tried to let me know, but it was too last second. Whatever it was in the moment, it's hard to decipher what exactly happened. I wasn't able to stop. And tip number two is to know your insurance and what your insurance is going to cost you. So for me, I had a $500 deductible. That means no matter what the cost was, to do whatever repairs I needed was going to cost me $500. I knew that this party was definitely going to claim, and I thought, well, I will definitely need to get my bumper repaired, and so it's going to cost me $500. At the same time, you have to know how much your insurance is going to go up by, because you're at fault. Your insurance is going to go up. And so there's a math, and you can actually call your insurance company and find this out, to figuring out if a repair is going to cost X amount or higher. It makes sense to do the repair or to do it through the insurance, because the amount that the insurance is going to go up by as actually covered by how much they're covering to do the repair. If it's under that, it's actually recommended just go on your own and do it without claiming through insurance, so that way your insurance doesn't go up. Now, either way, my insurance was going to go up because I was at fault for the accident. I have no idea how much the other party was going to pay for their repair. So know what coverage you have for your insurance. Now, some of you are probably wondering, Raj, do you have any video of this accident? I don't. And that brings me up to my next tip is ensure your dash cam is working. Ensure you have a working hard drive or SSD, in your USB slot, and that it's working. And to ensure that, check your little camera icon on your screen. There should be a little red light or a dot on it that indicates it's recording. I have mine brought down to the bottom of my dock in my car, and every time I get in, I look down on it and make sure that that red light is on there. That indicates that it's recording. In this moment that this happened, my drive and my dash cam was not recording. It probably was, the drive was corrupt or so forth. And I'm not saying this can't happen. It can, and that's why I recommend always looking down, always making sure that that's recording, because then you won't miss things like this. So I don't have any recording of the actual accident. I just have a little bit of recording of a walk around on the car and so forth, and showing that his car was fine and his trunk was working fine. All of that was provided because I did not want them to make up a story to my insurance. And so, yes, I'll put a link to what I have now that's working hard drive wise down in the description below, that I recommend. If you don't have something that's working, if you don't have storage that's large enough, get that, make sure it's in there, make sure it's recording. The dash cam is an amazing feature provided it is working. So you want a good USB drive or SSD drive or something plugged in there, a solid connection, constantly recording, and check for that red dot to make sure it's always on and live. And then all you got to do is press it to record the last 10 minutes and store it so that it won't get overwritten. That's the next tip. Tip number three, know that while you're researching about your insurance, know also what body shops in your area actually are Tesla certified. What's the closest? What's the best? Who does Tesla and is authorized to do Tesla? Tesla has a list of authorized service centers. They go through extensive training. They're using genuine parts. They're doing repairs according to Tesla's service manual. So very important that you do that, because some other ways they're going to do a shoddier, cheaper service. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it may not be the way you want to go. In my situation, my insurance company actually wanted to pay to repair the bumper instead of replace the bumper. Now, that bumper was clearly cracked. I did not want to drive around a cracked bumper because now that bumper is flawed. It's damaged. It's not going to hold up and sustain the same rigidness that an OEM original non-broken bumper was going to retain. So I didn't want to have it repaired. I wanted to have it replaced, which is what Tesla would do. Now, upon researching body shops and researching insurance companies, also knowing which ones work together well, and has the body shop interact with this insurance company? Do they have issues? I bring this up because the first body shop that I decided to go to was a Tesla authorized one, but they refused to talk to the insurance company, and the insurance company refused to talk to the body shop. That left me in the middle trying to convey to either party what the other party needed. It became very frustrating, very irritating, and as an insurance payer, you just kind of want your insurance company to just take care of me, help me out, get this fixed, get me back on the streets as soon as possible. I then proceeded to go to a second body shop. This body shop has worked with my insurance company before, knew them very well, and so I knew would not have a problem dealing with them. Now, when I called up my insurance company first, they recommended me to use their trusted list of certified Tesla repair shops. So I thought, great, it should be the same shops that I know of. It wasn't. So it's very important that you know Tesla authorized service centers. These are centers that the insurance company has negotiated a deal with and are probably out there to help save the insurance company money, but they are not Tesla certified. The benefit of going to them is that the insurance company is not going to kick anything back. Whatever it costs to repair, they're going to pay for it. But keep in mind that their repairs are going to be very cheap. This was one of the cases that they wanted to repair the bumper instead of replace it. So I decided to go with Brooks Motors. They're here in Fremont. They're an amazing body shop. In fact, they're so amazing and so well known that they're like the Tesla trusted body shop. Everyone with a Tesla goes there. These guys repair everything from major body damage to doors to glass to you name it, they do it. They also do paint. In some cases, they do paint better than Tesla does paint. So I knew I was going to a trusted place. Now, the place that I had gone to, OCDetailing, that did my wrap and my ceramic coating and so forth, you've seen me talk about them before. So again, thanks to the guys at OCDetailing, and these guys do some amazing, amazing work. So, tint, PPF, ceramic coating, all of the above. Hit them up, talk to Joe. They'll take good care of you and your vehicles. Also backed Brooks as well as being highly recommended. So I went with Brooks. I provided Brooks with the quote that insurance had given me after submitting them all the pictures to my car and them looking everything over. Once I submit it over to Brooks, Brooks looks it over and starts to order supplies and see to make sure that both what insurance is paying and what Brooks is quoting match. If it matches, they tell me we're good, and they immediately start to order the parts. Once they order the parts, then they scheduled me in to come in and receive my repair. Now, while this is all happening, insurance is sending me checks to pay for all the service. So the way it works is insurance is going to send you a check, at least for farmers, and then you pay out of pocket for your repair minus $500. So all of that is kind of how it's covered. Now, this was a great experience. I brought my car into Brooks on a Monday. The entire repair was completed on a Friday. Keep in mind, the bumper was already in stock because they had preemptively ordered it. They got the bumper painted, they got it cured, they got it installed, they got the car tested for all the radars and sensors and so forth there. Then they got it over to OCDetailing to have it rewrapped, baked, cured, ceramic coated, and then brought back over to Brooks for Brooks to finish the final check on the vehicle and delivered back to me on Friday. 5 days for this. It was an amazing service. Now, granted, it took a while to get to this. Had I known what I'm explaining to you here, I probably would have started with Brooks from the get-go. But overall, extremely happy with the service that I received at Brooks, and I think that's why it's extremely important to know of a good, reputable, certified Tesla, body shop or repair center that you're going to go to if in case this ever should happen to you, as well as knowing a good detailing place like OCD Detailing, a place that can follow up with that if you have RAP and so forth. And if the detailing place and the body repair shop have a good relationship, it's a seamless process. I picked it up, and not only was my car repaired, not only was it re-wrapped, the entire car was clean. Okay, also special shout out to OCD Detailing from getting it from Brooks, and not only re-wrapping the front, but also detailing the inside. I have kids, and this place looked like a hellhole before, and they made sure they gave it back to me even better than how I dropped it off. Absolutely amazing service. OCD Detailing. If you don't know, now you know. So OCD Detailing went above and beyond into actually fully cleaning my car, and you'll see that the repair, the spider web, the broken bumper is now completely fixed and looks perfectly normal. Now, did I have to get this repair done? No, but I am transporting myself, my wife, my kids, and for safety's sake, I don't want something that is meant to protect you from hitting other things and taking that initial blow, the bumper, to be broken and to be malfunctioning. Thus, I decided to go with the repair, but the choice is yours. I'm curious to know, those of you, have you gone through this? What was your experience in getting a repair done? Was it like mine? Was it better? Was it worse? Was it the worst ever? Leave them down in the comments below. And those of you who watched this video to learn more about this process, what do you think? Leverage the information that I gave you and check down in the comments as to what other people have chimed in on for, so you can better prepare yourself should this ever happen to you. And I hope it never does. Myself, my family, the opposite party, everyone is safe, and thank God we are. I'm very grateful for that, for it is just a vehicle. And in the end, our families and us are all safe and alive, and that's the most important thing. Well, that was my story of how I got into an accident in my Tesla. Not anything crazy. I didn't spin out. It's just a fender bender, but it was still an accident, and hopefully you learned something from here. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.